What's up, man? How you been?
I'm all warm and fuzzy inside. It's the holiday season. You know the vibes.
No, yeah, it's definitely. First of all, I want to say to the last person, I forgot her name, who called last time, who told us the one that we had the phone call. She was talking about how she bettered her life and got things together.
Yeah.
Listening to the whole pod.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that call. I was like, because at first we kind of took it as a joke, but then I was like, we're helping society here. This is the Lord's work that we're doing. There's some people do this podcasting thing for like money and fame and stuff that benefits them. We don't have either of those things.
Nope.
We just do it so one person could call in and tell us that she went and got her master's degree. and that'll keep us going for like another year.
Legit. Like, I'm telling you, we need a copy because we're going to put it on the board. Like the good minorities that we are.
That compliment alone keeps us going, man.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Just holiday season, trying to wrap up things with the day job and then get ready for taking out a second mortgage to buy all these people gifts, between family members and the kids and stuff like that. But outside of that, I think after our last discussion, I've gotten back to my positive, perky self.
Good,
hence
good,
the color.
Good, man, good. That's good to hear. I posted the clip. Somebody just clipped it out and just sent it to me. Somebody is listening to our podcast and just sending me clips that they think I should post. Yeah, they're like editing and sending. I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll post it.
That's good.
And I posted the clip about the when I was speaking about the boxer, that analogy. This was 2 episodes ago because we're one behind.
Yeah.
But so many people were like commenting how that is such a real analogy, how sometimes you really do just need people to remind you who you are. So it's nice to see you back in full form. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was actually a little bit different. So we actually didn't, my mom didn't cook. So we went to, Fogo de Chao. We went to a restaurant and it was packed in there.
Damn. It was,
I didn't realize that's the thing. People actually go to restaurants and it was packed.
Yeah. I ran into my mans on Wednesday who he worked at Strip House. It's a big steakhouse in New York City.
That's fire.
But I know he's from Florida. So I was like, oh, you going home from Florida? And he was like, nah, we got 500 reservations for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, on Thanksgiving? He's like, yeah, one of the busiest nights. So, some people just don't want to cook and they're rich. So they're like,
that.
Let's go spend $600 on steak.
Yeah. Why not?
So Fogo de Chao was full?
It was full and it was fire. I think I'm still full today. What's today? Today's Tuesday, but recording on a Tuesday. I'm still full from last Thursday.
Fogo de Chao, that's the Brazilian,
right? Brazilian
steakhouse. They keep going. I guess that's kind of Thanksgiving-y, right? Different options, different...
Hella meat.
It's basically the same thing because you're sitting there, you're overeating and you're just full. The only thing is now, you're kind of dressed up. Instead of being in the living room, you're in somebody else's dining room.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay more for drinks. But outside of that, it's the same exact thing, except no turkey.
How was your Thanksgiving, Carmen?
It was good.
You went back home, right?
Yeah, I was home in Ohio.
The natty.
I know. I was proud. I made my first ever homemade side that I was able to contribute. So
what
that was
it?
a big mushroom stuffing with croissants, Gruyere cheese.
Would you
trigger
TikTok?
warning? What?
You got it off TikTok?
Do I have my stuffing on TikTok?
No,
where'd I get it? No, I Googled it and I was just
because everyone is cooking off TikTok now. That's the new thing.
I know. And it's weird how there's a whole subsection of TikTok that's just making viral recipes. And I'm like, you're just repeating what's already been created. But
but there's women now that, they like to cook, but then they also have titties. So what they do is they'll wear a low cut shirt and then make a pie.
Oh.
It's a whole stream.
Showing their titties. And then people be like, okay, this is a nice pie. And also titties. So it's you get double likes. You get the likes from people who like pie and cooking. And then from the men who are perverts who love titties.
I feel like titties and pie are not like cheese, where it's just it's not an extreme.
My algorithm gives me. I was scrolling once. It was this girl. She was making. I don't even know what. I think she was it wasn't even a meal. She was frying eggs, but then she was wearing a tank top where you could see the piercings on her nipples. And I looked and it had 200,000 likes. So I liked it and forwarded to 10 of my boys. But I didn't really know what that was. But I'm like, okay, I guess we're in the holiday spirit.
Is that feminine toxicity or feminine toxicity?
What is what?
having your tits out while you're making pie or frying eggs?
No, I don't think so at all.
No?
I think I'm for this. Like, I'm in the gym now, and as soon as I get to where I want to be, I'm gonna start like the shirtless frying eggs, and put it up on TikTok. Right. Like, just woke up, I'm gonna fry an egg, and I'm naked with a bulge, and then I post it, and hopefully that can help my like career a little bit.
You look at it more as inspirational. Like, okay, I see the play, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna get in shape, and then use this tactic to.
Yeah, no, I prefer these because there's a lot of women on Instagram and TikTok that are showing their titties but not doing anything, and that is a little lazy.
That's very lazy.
So if you could cook, if God bless you with two things, you could cook and titties, and you could mix them up together, why not put it out there for an app that's meant for children?
I think the term is leverage.
Yeah,
leverage your assets.
Right. Yeah. No. So I support it. I like it, and
But my thing for male food creators, like, because I do get a few like buff male creators, and I'm like, this isn't as fun. But
as the titties.
Yeah, I'm like, I also get that because I like food.
Sure,
like, and I'm like, and this is happening too, and get your bag.
Right.
But I think the third part for female food creators is then they have, do you say mukbang or mukbang? They eat the food and like will make a sensual noise. And that's kind of like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't want to see a guy do that.
Yeah. No, anytime a guy makes any type of
grunting
sound, I press forward. I move. I don't want to hear it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a thing. I thought I was starting this. There's a thing of like buff guys cooking.
Yeah, not as many as women. And I also agree with you that there's a ton of women who are like in an athleisure set, but like the breakfasts we're just making peanut butter toast. So I'm bored to a point. Whereas the guys are like really like frying chicken from scratch and making a homemade.
I mean, men obviously have to work way harder than women to get ahead. Everybody knows that. That's pretty common.
That's road.
Simple. Right. Sorry, not to interject, but to interject. Athleisure, Lululemon, I'm a double XL, just putting that out there since it's the holiday season.
I didn't even know Lululemon made men. I don't think they make double XL.
No, they do. I'm a connoisseur.
Lululemon does?
Like I'm on the VIP
that seems
list.
like they gotta call that in. They gotta call that into the factory.
I'm on the VIP list.
By the way, speaking of tall fools, I was recently flying back from I was flying back from Phoenix. I was sitting next to this guy who was 6'7", bro.
That's ridiculous.
6'7". He had the middle seat. I wanted to switch with him, just like to help him.
But like, was he like a young child? What was wrong with you?
No,
like, you didn't curse him out. Get your big ass out of here.
He was young. He was like us. He probably listened to this. He looked like the type of person that would listen to the podcast. He didn't say nothing to me, but he looked like the type of person that would listen to this podcast, bro. But you know what? You know when you're on a plane and you see like the dude that's annoying walking, and you know he's coming next to you.
Yeah,
like you know he's coming to sit next to you.
Yeah.
And he came, and of course he was sitting next to me. He might have been an athlete because he was fly too.
Okay.
I think sometimes you change your flight or something, and you can only get that seat.
Were you? What time was your flight? Because maybe he missed the
red
flight.
Eye. Yeah. I was a red eye.
So they probably put him on there.
Yeah, so he was there and he was cool, but bro, 6'7", he was middle seat. He was cool. You know, he raw dogged it too, the flight. He didn't get up. Yeah,
raw dog?
Yeah, he didn't get up. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, the whole flight.
That's a 4-hour flight.
On a red eye. It was almost 5.
Yeah.
I didn't either though, because I wasn't gonna be the bitch in a row saying excuse me so I could go pee.
Yeah.
So I sat there the whole time. And
precedences.
I think he fell asleep at one time because I was like, yeah, nigga.
Oh, okay. You know? So he tapped out.
Yeah. But I was up. We landed at like 6:30 in the morning. I was up. I was watching YouTube. I took 2 edibles on the flight back.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was they were low dose.
Carmelita.
They were low dose. They were just I bought them in Phoenix. They were just like 5 milligrams.
The Caminos?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Camino. It was like some local brand. I only do edibles to sleep, by the way. Like I'm a weed sleeper. By the way, I'm all over the place. But I'll tell you this story.
He just took his vitamins.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little active.
Woo!
I'll tell you this story first. So I took 2 edibles. I got high as hell. And I'm sitting on the flight, like laughing my ass off. It's like a red eye. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm on YouTube watching Drewski's Could Have Been crying, laughing, bro. I was like, I gotta turn this off because I was laughing so loud and people were trying to sleep. So I stopped. But I was gonna say, you remember when I told you the story when I tried to sneak into, well, not try, I did. I snuck into weed to
Abu Dhabi.
To Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
I saw on Instagram last week that some guy got life in prison for sneaking in CBD gummies.
Yeah, that's risky.
I had 25 milligram gummies on me, and they called the security, the sheik. I don't know. He came over and he took them out, smelled them, and was like,
It's mints.
He's good. Yeah, because I had him in a mint case.
He had him in a mint case.
I had him in an Altoids case. So it just smelled like Altoids.
What?
So he opened them and he was like, "That's good." I was I was a guy's nose from spending life in
prison. This whole pod would have been over.
Yeah, that's insane.
God was
master's
looking out.
degree, that's God.
I know.
You gotta go to church.
Allah.
I know. Yeah. That's how you look at it.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. I like to I live life on the edge.
Clearly. Let's bring it back a little bit.
Yeah.
At least when you're
but
going
here's
over
the
there.
thing. When you take an edible on a flight, it's so good because even if you don't fall asleep, you so dazed out
And you're
that you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like when you land, like you I didn't even know I was on a flight. I was
Yeah.
so high.
Yeah.
That's so it's really good. I recommend it. But know your dose.
Do we have any like dispensaries or anybody that follows us? Because we're product placers. Send us some samples.
Yeah, but be legit. Don't hit us up and say you're a dispensary and you make weed lemonade in your mom's kitchen.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I had that.
You did?
Yeah, I've had that.
No, be
I've had
careful
people
with
send
that.
me a whole case of weed lemonade. Yeah, I have a whole thing of weed lemonades.
No,
and they're
definitely
like in
not.
25-cent quarter juices. He was making them in his kitchen.
No, that's crazy.
Talking about he owns a dispensary. No, you don't.
That's a trip to the emergency room.
Right.
What you guys need to do is go to one of those weed restaurants where it's like 5 courses and every
heard
course
about
is
that.
like a little bit more dosage so you get higher.
But I'm not a weed guy like that.
He just does it for sleep.
I just want to rest.
Do you get antisocial?
But weed? Nah, I never take it publicly. Like I guess on a flight, but that's to sleep.
I keep it 1,000. Back when I was indulgent, I turned into Nietzsche. Like I saw everything. I was like a philosopher. It was like Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone. I was philosopher stoned.
Niche?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fried rice Nietzsche. That was because I was in the hood giving out the philosophies and whew.
Thank God for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
For us, we're helping the people.
No, for sure. I recommend it. If you get weird on flights, you start talking or you gotta pee a lot or you start asking the pilot questions, get on the flight and take an edible and shut your mouth for 6 hours.
But the thing is also you're also like lightheaded too because you're in the air, right? The air pressure between that and the edible, you're gonna like take a low dose. Don't jump into the ocean.
I'm generally lightheaded. I'm just a lightheaded guy.
Okay.
Like I'm generally.
Do you take vitamins and edibles before you get on the plane? Because I'd watch that.
Well, my vitamins, I just took my vitamin pack. That's why he's mentioning that. My vitamins, you have to take them when you eat because when you take them, it's 8. I got a pack of 8 vitamins because
we're at that age.
34. I'm hitting everything. I got B12.
Yep.
All the good stuff.
Vitamin C.
But you got to take them with food, or it'll make you nauseous.
Zinc.
It'll make you. I did it the other day, and I didn't have food, and I was almost vomiting.
Oh, that's crazy.
By the way, shout out to everybody that came out in Tempe, Arizona. That is a great club. Shout out to the Tempe Improv. Great club, great shows. I had such a good time. Is that your hood, Johan? You from Tempe?
You from Tempe?
You from Mexico?
Nah, actually, it's kind of funny. The town that I live in, they call it Little Mexico.
There you go.
Oh.
See, sometimes you're not being racist.
Nah.
Sometimes you're just right.
Is there Latin on Latin racism?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tempe is like a college town.
Yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
right on, my hotel was right on the campus of Arizona State University.
Wow. Did you see the bowl and then there's a mountain over there?
Yeah, I saw the mountain. It's the #1 party school in the country. They played on Saturday. They had a football game on Saturday.
Fire.
So I went for a walk through, I was just going because it's not campus. It's like the city and campus, they all intertwined. So
Yeah.
it's not like a separation. So I just went through a walk through where all the bars were, which was right across from my hotel.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of college students drinking. It was 1 in the afternoon, but they had a game. So they were partying and they were getting ready to turn up, and I realized how uncomfortable I am around college students. I treat college students like they're junior high school students.
Why?
Because they're dangerous.
I don't know. I just don't want to be around them. I just feel like they're kids.
They're mean. I was at Ohio State 2 weekends ago visiting my brother, and I was like, why do I feel like I'm 86 right now?
Yeah.
Everything I say, I'm like, is this a bit to you guys? Are you actually laughing?
Yeah.
Are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
I can't tell, but I had a good time.
You needed an edible. Did you see the self-driving cars?
Yeah, they have so many of those.
Arizona is weird.
What's going on over there with the self-driving cars?
And they're going a little bit too fast for me. I seen iRobot. Slow that shit down.
That's not. They don't have that here, right?
No, they can.
Nah.
Yeah, I seen a bunch of. You ever took one, Johan?
With all of the cameras and the sensors and they're flying at the airport.
So
They got
Johan, why
big,
why they call your town Little
Mexico.
It just looks like, like a Mexican town.
Yeah. No, I love
There's
the
a
Mexican
mechanic in the corner that literally fixes everybody's car in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's like stray dogs always running around. There's the paletero man is always like pulling up right there.
Lollipops?
Yeah, the paletero man.
Yeah.
The corn guy,
He's from
the corn
Arizona.
man.
Yeah.
He's always posting up right there right after school is over. So like all the high school kids, there's a high school right behind my house. They come and like all the kids like pull up.
No, yeah, I love the Southwest Mexicans.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's a
you know,
t-shirt.
I heart Southwest Mexicans. They're good. They're like gangsters. I think I said that on the last episode. They're like gangsters. Like, you know, you ever got your shit pushed in? Those guys.
Whoa.
From Training
Day.
Yo, Adulterers, this is it. We are filming my brand new comedy special this weekend, December 21st. If you have not done so, get tickets to the 6 p.m. show. They're on sale right now at ianlaralive.com. They're gonna sell out. This is the last time I'm promoting it. I'm ending the tour. Get tickets. I hope to see you there Saturday, December 21st. Thank you.
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. I spent it here. I was home. I went over to my dad's house. I got to spend some time with my family. I had an early flight the next day because I was going to Phoenix. I had a 6 a.m. flight. Well, I had to be at the airport like 6 a.m. for a 7 a.m. flight. And my plan was, I said, I'm going to go to Thanksgiving. I just want to eat and hang out for a little bit. I want to leave by like 10:30. 11 the latest, so I could be back home. But it's so hard to leave, like when you're in the thing. I ended up leaving at 3 in the morning. So I got to my house at 4. I showered. I went to bed at 5, and I got up at 5:20 to head to the airport. But I took the edible, so it wasn't terrible. Because I just took the edible. I was just high, and it was fine.
That's a good question. You bring up a good point. When do you take the edible? Do you take it before you leave for the airport, or do you take it after TSA? Because like
no.
There's a timing thing.
No, I have a totally different method.
What's your method?
I take it when you hit 10,000 feet.
Oh, so you're in the air. You're not. I
don't want to be.
pre-gaming.
Yeah. What if we have a problem in takeoff and we need an emergency evacuation, and now I'm high thinking that everything is going to be all right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the plane is landing in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happened with that United flight that left LaGuardia. Captain Sully. It took off. A bird hit the engine, then it landed. What if I would have took 20 milligrams of marijuana? Now we landed in the ocean, and I'm high as hell, thinking like I'm on a spaceship.
That's a great strategy.
You got to wait for the 10,000 feet thing to go on. Ding, then you going on. Also, I got upgraded to first class going, so I was waiting for like your
seat.
Yeah, and for people to see me, and then I took it and fell asleep.
Wait, is that Ian Lara? Is he high?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
I took
cool.
it and fell asleep.
All right.
Damn. So, what are your plans for Christmas? Are you doing nothing again?
Nothing again. My sister's going to Florida with her boyfriend, so like we're at that age where family's so spread apart, and if you don't plan things 6 months in advance, you're gonna end up paying $2,000 for a flight to like DC, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. So we're just gonna keep
these
it
flights
local.
are getting out of hand.
Out of hand, bro.
These flights are
out of hand.
It's highway robbery.
It's I mean, how is it even legal? Like, I was looking at a flight like from like Phoenix to, because I forgot that I had bought my flight already, so I went to look, and granted it was last minute. And granted, it was Thanksgiving weekend, but $1,300? Damn.
What?
That's Delta too, right? You
Yeah.
Delta? Yeah, Delta is
$1,300 though.
Did you
Come
get Shake
on,
Shack?
that seems no, they don't have that.
They don't have that
They
yet?
don't have that yet. That seems a little like
Yeah.
that seems like it
That's
should be
excessive.
illegal.
That's excessive.
How much is it normally, Johan?
I got my flight for December 17th. I bought it like 2-3 weeks ago. It was like less than 200.
Yeah, but
but I always buy like a month and a half. I fly United.
Spirit Junior,
I fly
cheap
United.
version of Spirit Airlines.
Didn't they go bankrupt?
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy, but bankruptcy, people file. It's not even a real thing. Like they'll just file for bankruptcy to not pay their bills and then keep operating.
My gym filed for bankruptcy. I was like, I can still run on the treadmill.
How does a gym
Your
file
gym?
for bankruptcy?
What-
I belong to
Everyone signs up and doesn't pay and doesn't go.
I don't know. I belong to Blink Fitness because it's in my neighborhood. Like I take classes, so I
Unless
just
you
need
say I
like,
belong to Blink Fitness.
Yeah.
$10 a month really got you.
I think it's $37 a month, and it's like a bunch of like overweight white dudes and wife beaters watching Fox News.
That's
just
hilarious.
next to each other.
Is this
and
in
they lift
Ohio or in Brooklyn?
this is I live.
Oh, okay. This is up here. I know that one. That one went bankrupt?
The whole thing is we got like everybody got an email from the CEO.
Oh, Blink is done?
But isn't Blink?
But I'm still walking in. That's what I'm saying. Like bankruptcy isn't real.
But Blink is. Aren't they like what's the one? What's the fancy one? Equinox. Aren't they like owned by Equinox? Isn't that like their lower tier? like Honda and Acura?
It's multiple tiers lower. Whatever it is, this gym is like
Damn.
ratchet. But
I mean, Equinox and Blink is like us and Joe Rogan podcast. That is the comparison of listenership. It'll be like that. They're not even on the same planet. Equinox is like $400 a month,
Bro.
but they have a lot of attractive people in the gym. I think that's what they really charge you for. Is like, hey, do you want to see the girl that just baked the pie with her nipples showing?
Yeah.
She's here at Equinox. Come take a Peloton class.
And cucumber lemon water and what is it? The spritz on the towel. Like, why does the towel smell like mints?
A towel smelling like mint, they'll charge you $70 a month extra for that.
Legit. No, legit. For sure.
So those little things that make you be like, oh, this is nice, that like $70 extra for a towel with a spray of lavender on.
Lavender.
yeah, I don't get people who want to like hang out and socialize at the gym. I'm
don't
like,
get it
I look
either.
gross. I'm in and out.
I don't get it either.
Well, we spoke about this. I enjoy the people, like they're like a gym that has attractive people is very motivating. Like it motivates you to go.
But what kind of attractive people? Because are you attractive because your doctor did a great job, or you're attractive because you're in here putting in the work? Because I feel like Equinox is it's a roll of the dice. Because you be in there and then they're just like, you're hot, but it's just like,
Well, I think the lines are blurred with that, right?
Now they are. Yeah.
Who's to say, doctor or
Hey,
6
hey.
years of gym? Who knows? You know? It could be either or. You can't ask. That's like asking somebody.
No, you can't.
That's like asking somebody their sexual orientation, you know, or
Definitely
their gender.
can't.
You can't ask that.
No,
Have you gotten work done, you're saying?
Like if you got to pretend you don't know.
oh,
And sometimes you ever be talking to somebody and they'll be like, yeah, because I got this done and no one knew that I had got this done. And I'm like, I knew.
no one knew.
I'm like, I could tell. I
Being
knew
polite.
I knew they were fake.
Just didn't want to put your business out there.
Shout out to everybody that's getting work done. Thank you for not being ugly.
For sure.
Nobody. I feel like a lot of people don't thank them. Like they put their body on the line to not be ugly for society, and I appreciate that. Y'all need y'all flowers. To everyone that's willing to risk their life and go to Colombia to get their bodies done, so the rest of the world doesn't see a ugly mess.
Thank you. MVP.
You guys are thinking the right way.
Shout out. Not selfish.
Do you have anybody in your circle who's actually gotten a BBL?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Have you seen a circle?
My family, yeah, I'm from the Dominican Republic.
What?
I know many of people who have gotten BBLs.
So is it just like legit? I don't know how it works. So it's like they go away on vacation and they come back and their figure is just completely different, or is there like a
No, there's a grace period.
okay?
There's a grace period. They go away. Like this is what you do. They delete their Instagram. Right?
Gone.
They say they need like a mental break.
Yes.
That's what they say. And then they'll delete their Instagram and they'll just fall off the face of the earth, right? And then they'll go to like Dominican Republic, Colombia. They'll spend like a month there, you know, and they'll pretend that, you know, they're caring for like a sick family member. But really what they're doing is getting fat taken out of their stomach and injected into their ass.
And then you see the tattoos. Next. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait,
I didn't want to mess up.
yeah, so they get the work, they get the surgery done, and it's a very painful surgery. That's why I'm giving them like the thing. It's like it's not easy.
No,
So, like I've heard several women tell me it was the worst pain that they've ever felt in their life. Like it's very.
And they
very
had
painful.
kids.
Yeah, it's very painful. So it takes like a couple weeks to heal up at home. I heard you got to go get massages, so to massage the fat that doesn't belong there, and then what you do is you come back secretly. You don't tell people that you're back, right? You call it your local tattoo artist, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna put flowers over the scar that the doctor left, and they'll do it nicely so it looks very nice. And then what you do is you reopen your Instagram, but now you're at Equinox and you're posting gym body, focus, never give up, and you're using a lot of like shit that The Rock would say, like in the caption. You're saying stuff like that, like if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and then people are like, "Oh, they got work done. This
So
is great."
healthy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the recipe.
process.
Yeah.
And is it always flowers as a tattoo?
Generally flowers. You might see
roses.
a butterfly, a dragon
Yeah.
with the tail that don't make sense. It's generally a lot of nonsensical earth things.
Yes, but more like I would say 90% of the time it's roses.
Yeah.
Or what's the other, the white flower? Like
Yeah. Like a lotus?
Lotus. Like
Yeah.
lotus. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
That's-
are you what's etiquette for males with BBLs? Like, should you comment and be like, you look great? You say nothing.
Hold on, males with BBLs
Or I'm saying
interaction
to your female friends. Like, do they want you to say like, you look amazing or say nothing at all?
It depends.
Well, it depends on now because now it's become very mainstream and a lot of women, and shout out to them, they're like proud and emboldened that they went and got this work done, as they should be. But I come from a different era. I come from an era where you would go get your ass done and then you would lie to your grave. Like you would lie about getting it done to your grave. You would say things like, no, it was just puberty, or after I had my kid, or I just been eating a lot of potatoes. Silly shit like that. That's normally what they would say because they didn't want people to know the truth. But now, because it's so normalized, they'll tell you their doctor without you out. You'll be like, good morning. And they'll be like, my doctor is this so-and-so. You should look into getting your lips done.
Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Copy that.
Yeah. And it also depends on the level of relationship that you have with these, the person who has the, because I remember one of my homegirls, she got it done. And I was just like, yo, you got your body done? She's like, shut up. Because like we had that relationship where it was playful, but like I had to address it because it was just like, you really didn't need to get it done. That was the crazy part.
A lot of women don't need to.
That's why I was that's why I was just like, hold on, what are you doing? But that's what she wanted to do. She was an independent woman. She make a business owner. She was just like, you know what? This is what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, kudos to you. But I'm like, you didn't have to do that.
Noted.
Yeah.
I think generally the best ones that I've seen are the ones that you're on the fence about, that you can't clearly tell.
Because the thighs match.
If I could clearly tell, then it's probably not a great job.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. So
But that's like with any work. Like bad lips, bad Botox, bad boob job. If you can tell...
I mean,
highlights.
Yeah, I think boobs is a little different because with boob jobs, sometimes you can tell, but it's still not a bad job. And then sometimes it's a terrible job.
Right.
So there's like a spectrum of like, I can tell these aren't real, but they look good.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I can tell these aren't real and they look terrible.
Yeah.
I've seen those. I've seen those where I'm like concerned.
True.
Like I'm like concerned. Like it doesn't look like the doctor. It doesn't look like you went to a doctor. It looked like you got it done at Blink.
Yeah. In the Lower East Side.
In the basement of Blink.
Like Blink was doing surgery downstairs.
2 for 1 special.
I'm
Bring your home
freaking
girl.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't let anybody know when I get my calves done, but you'll see me wearing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about getting some cheek fillers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Really get out my face, help my career.
No, face card does not decline. Don't get cheek filler.
But first of all, I'm not even sure what cheek fillers does. I hear women talk about it.
A lot of gay guys talk about cheek filler.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
and they know what they're doing.
that's what I'm saying.
They're the pros.
I don't want it. I don't want the cheeks to be too high though.
You've got
Call in
great
if
cheekbones.
you do fillers, because I'm thinking about getting my jaw.
You're gonna shave the jaw too? I think that's the thing, right? You shave the jaw.
Yeah,
I
people
think
are
Sabrina
getting,
Carpenter did that.
Did she did?
We're just in a crazy
so did
universe now.
I think what's the other one? That's Pete Davidson's ex.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana, she did some cheek work too, I believe. Which shout out to her. I think I'm gonna get my jaw removed.
Okay. All right.
And just have like a
just bottom teeth.
Just something new for the new year.
Different. Like you can't be. Everybody can't look the same. That was another thing
that's
too,
the problem.
Because they all went to the same doctor. It was just like, can I get the number 7? And it was just like all the same shape. And it was just like, okay, yeah, take that jaw out.
Some doctors are magicians. Some doctors are known for like, but there's a thin line between like the magician doctors who can take you from 0 to 10, because they're also the ones that kill the most people.
That's true.
So you have to like, it's like if you don't die, then you'll be good.
Now, the thing is,
women take that gamble.
The thing is though, the doctors are magicians, but nature is still nature. I don't know if you heard about this story about there was a lady who she basically got a full like makeover, like her whole body done from face to toes, basically. She got married and then she had a kid, and then the kid looked like the old her. So then the dad was just like, "What is this? Like, you're so gorgeous. How is our child looking like this?" Because she deleted her whole history and she started from the beginning after surgery. And then he was just like, I'm getting a divorce. This is crazy. This is false advertisement.
Damn, to divorce your wife because your kid is ugly, that's a big step.
It's a huge
But I understand.
Crazy.
No one wants to be walking around with a uggo when you thought you was gonna get a beautiful little kid.
Right? Nature don't lie.
So I just feel like I've had this conversation with some of my like family members actually. I just think, and they agree, I think sometimes you go crazy with it. Like it's a slippery slope. It's like some girls start with just like lip filler and then they just keep adding and adding and like at first it might look great, but when they look in the mirror, they don't see it as great. They see it as like, I need more. And then I mean, I know people who are walking around looking crazy who were like beautiful. And I'm like, how did you get like this? Like, how did you allow it to get like this? And I've spoken to like family members and they're like, you just think you need more.
And your doctors will recommend, like, I have lip filler, no drama. A ton of my friends do. And like, you'll go in there and they'll be like, and you could touch this up and whatever. So a lot of it is them upselling you and being like, we could tweak between your eyebrows. All of a sudden, I'm on the hook for paying like $1,000 for Botox. I'm like, hold the fuck on. Yeah.
I got one friend, I've heard this before a couple times, but one friend specifically, she was telling me that she had to find, like she had so much filler that the doctor that she used was like, I legally can't give you more filler. Wow. So she had to like find a new doctor to give her filler, or I don't even know if they're doctors, a new person.
That's psycho.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
As a boyfriend or like a partner, like have you either ever with like a significant other, someone you were dating, be like, yo, slow down?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How do you bring that up and not kill their self-esteem?
Well, you bring it up jokingly, like, maybe you like play fighting and you say something like, yeah, I'm gonna pop that filler in your lip and, and then they get the message that maybe they got a little too much, I think it's a tough conversation to have because you genuinely be feeling like they're beautiful. Like, it's not like you're telling them, you're genuinely be feeling like you're ruining your face. Like, I'm watching you ruin your face. And it's like, is it mean to say that? Because I think natural you is beautiful. So is that mean?
No.
But then,
Sweet.
yeah, that is very sweet.
But they don't take it that way.
But they don't. But is it body dysmorphia then?
It's a little bit,
right?
I think
like that has to be
plastic surgery dysmorphia. Maybe.
Yeah, but then on the flip side too, because I had a teammate when I was in school who was like, bro was like 6'5", 300 pounds, and he was just like, I'm
Little
too
nigga.
small. I'm too small, and he'd be in the gym every day. And we're like, you literally can't lift another weight, bro. Like you can't have muscles on your eyes. What are you doing? So
He's
like
6'5", what?
He was 6'5", 380. But
And
like
he felt he
jacked.
was too small?
And he felt he was too small.
Yeah, that's definitely body dysmorphia.
Right? So like it's
380?
380. Jacked. Ran a 4.7.
Yeah.
Ran a 4.7.
380, 6'5"?
Yeah. And boogie.
That's a
it was
big
just
dude.
like
I'm stressed out. Just
exactly.
hearing that.
Exactly.
How big do you want to be?
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't
want to be 400?
I guess so. But he was just like, I'm too small.
Can I ask like a kind of TMI question, but like when you're lifting like that, does like your genitalia grow with your body, or are you just like this massive person with
If
like
genitalia grew with your body when you worked out, everybody would be super jacked.
There would be no such thing as obese people. Like every man would be in the gym. Let me tell you something.
24/7.
Do you want to know how dumb boys and men are? When we were in school, I think it was high school, a rumor started that peanut butter jelly sandwich, peanut butter specifically, made your Johnson go bigger. That camp never ran out of peanut butter so fast. I'm talking about like teenage boys stuffing peanut butter into their shorts, going back to the cabin. That's so yeah. I don't think it grows proportionally. It definitely enhances the erection, but it doesn't grow.
I think it's opposite. I think it shrinks.
No, that's only if you're on juice.
Yeah, even you don't have to be like taking like full steroids, but if you take like supplements that are close to steroids but are on the legal side, it can lead you to
Shrinkage.
to shrink. Yeah. I was offered steroids recently and I considered it.
By who?
By who?
Yeah,
Joe Rogan?
I got people.
And they said what?
Just like you should do steroids.
Nah.
And what'd you say back?
You don't want to
I said why.
You don't want to stunt your growth.
I said why? What? Why do you think I should do steroids? And they was like just a little bit. Like you grow like this,
That's how it starts.
Huh?
That's how it starts.
I know.
do a
Then
little
I'll be
bit.
6'5", 380, talking about I'm too small.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, but I was like, no, I'm good. And they was like, well, you should do a little HGH. which
What?
human growth hormone, which I think that's a little different.
But like, you shouldn't do any of those things until after you have kids, because it really messes up your body chemistry, your testosterone and everything. Yeah. That's why like all of the dudes, I would listen to way too much Joe Rogan, but like all of the dudes, they're like, don't do anything like that, especially HGH, until after you have children, and like you're not going to be trying to impregnate somebody, and then you go ahead and start pumping like all of that extra stuff into your body.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, once I have a couple kids, get ready.
HGH
Brolic Ian is coming.
It's coming.
Like a Brolic Stewie.
Coming to Thanksgiving.
I'm freaking out.
That's gonna be me.
That's funny that you guys started talking about this because I just did a whole podcast earlier today about.
You did HGH, bro?
No, these girls were talking about doing like Botox and like just like the whole.
Well, I don't know who these girls
community.
are, but they definitely should do it.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
I think Botox is not the same as steroids.
But Botox,
I mean,
doesn't
they could
have
kill you.
multiple
Botox could
applications?
kill you?
Yeah, give you skin cancer.
Really?
I mean, there's like
Yeah, but so can the sun.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely accelerating it if you're injecting.
Botox accelerates skin cancer?
But
I mean,
Is that what we are? Are we the
I mean,
Rogan
we're-
podcast? Are we just putting shit out there without any type of like actual facts?
I mean, there's a lot of like they were saying that they were like before 2002 when they started putting the like danger like warning thing on the boxes or whatever. There was like a shit ton of like lawsuits.
But isn't Botox used for like sweat? Like,
Yeah, it's just like not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
people do it in their armpits.
yeah,
I went to all girls high school. That was like
that was
a
the
regular
right?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before prom, a ton of people got
Yeah.
touched up.
Botox on
That's
their armpits?
crazy.
Yeah.
Why y'all was sweating so much?
Not me, but many classmates.
Yo,
Yeah.
teenage years is crazy.
Yeah.
Woo!
I never was a big sweater.
No.
But if you don't sweat, do you not lose weight? Like you can't lose weight good, right? Well,
Yeah, I think there's like a known thing is like bigger people sweat or tend to sweat like less. It's harder for them to sweat.
I sweat all the time.
Really?
There's
I'm
nothing
sweating
worse
right
than
now.
a sweaty.
fatty.
No, just like someone who sweats a lot, period. Is not.
Are you one of these? Because you know how now is like, first of all, it's so cold now. Like winter just turned up.
Like that.
I went
I'm
to
here.
Phoenix. I came back and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's winter now."
Immediately?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you one of? I've been seeing these memes go around a lot about, oh, it's winter time. It's time to get you like a fat little chubby bastard.
Are you asking?
I'm paraphrasing.
No, but
I'm paraphrasing,
that's when we come
That's
out.
what they're telling women. It's time to get you a little fat, stupid guy to
that's-
lay up next to
yeah,
every
for
night.
sure. If you don't want to pay these high gas and Con Ed prices, get you someone who got some
What you gonna
shortages and
save in gas and Con Ed? You gonna spend on food.
not. That's a good point.
That's fine.
That's a good point.
So it's no real savings.
Yeah.
They eat. They gotta be fed.
They definitely
That's like
do.
saying, "Oh, it's winter time, so buy a Hummer." It's like, okay, the Hummer's good, but I'm gonna have to pay for gas. I can't afford gas on the Hummer.
I can't.
What's the sense in if you could drive over the snow if you can't afford to gas it up?
Nah, get you.
Are you one of these people?
Get you a husky.
What?
Like the fatties?
Get you a husky.
I can't believe you're making me answer that.
Why?
So that's a yes.
First of all, no one knows who you are at all.
So
You're just like an AI voice. I have to wear everything I say. My face gets put out there, and people see me. You're just like a voice. You know how crazy I would talk if my face wasn't on this thing?
Yeah.
If I could just sit behind a glass and say offensive things?
Yeah.
Yo.
Get you a husky. It's all right.
I'm super down for a big and tall.
6'5", 380?
No, just 6'5", no way, 380, yuck. No, that's not my vibe.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
How was Soup Kitchen date?
Dude, it was underwhelming in the way that he was taking it. So goddamn. No, so
Wait,
goddamn
hold on.
seriously.
Let's give context. We can't imagine that our listeners just know what we're talking about.
No.
So you on a couple episodes ago, you mentioned that you had talked to the guy at the soup or the soup
My
kitchen.
manager at the soup kitchen
The
had asked
manager,
me
you were
out.
asking, was it appropriate for you to date the guy at the soup kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And then so you asked him out?
So I followed
he asked
up.
you out.
Yeah, we were messaging a little bit, and then I
DMs or number?
number.
Okay.
We were texting.
So what'd you do? What'd you say? How'd you get it to a date?
I'm trying to think what my opening line was. I think, I asked him if he was working at all this week or if he had nights that were free, obviously. And then whatever. And then so we got drinks. He just you guys, he just showed up in
Scrubs.
no, just like a dead ass serious outfit. Like he just was
Like
taking
what you're
it.
wearing right now?
What? I don't have pants on, but
it's a serious outfit.
what? Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna run into tonight.
It's a serious outfit though,
and I have another date later. So okay, thank you.
But he took you seriously.
I know, it was just like I was like, we're just getting drinks. Like I don't need
Where
you to
at,
be.
though?
It was a bar on the Lower East Side.
A dive or a nice one?
No, it was like in between a bar and a dive. Like you could get like cocktails, but it wasn't like
How much was a cocktail?
like probably $15.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Okay,
But
and what did he wear?
Was he wearing a suit?
he was like a sweater with like a very nice jacket over. Like it was just, I was like,
What an idiot!
oh, no,
dress
you.
women
I'm
It's so
making
hard
it.
to impress, man.
it's impossible.
You can't make him happy no matter
I'm making
what.
it sound bad, but if you guys saw his outfit, you would have been like, yeah,
Like
I don't
he wore
know.
a sweater and
He
a
dressed
jacket. What a
nice.
clown!
No,
He took
you
a shower.
I promise you, it was just corny. Like like it was, his fit was not
Well,
good.
I mean, he's the manager at a soup kitchen. He's not exactly a
I
gangster
don't know what I
rapper.
was
What did you want him to wear? A Nietzsche sweatsuit?
I don't know what I was thinking. I will give him points in that he
What'd
really
you wear? Sweats?
no something good. I wore
Like jeans? Like that's what you
I
thought
wore
the vibe was?
I wore a skirt with boots and
Oh, you were
like
dressed up too.
and a bodysuit.
So what's wrong?
But I was like
It sounds
Lower
like your
East
outfit's
Side
smack.
sexy. He was looking like he's meeting
Like
parents
Carlton?
in Connecticut.
Like
Y-
Carlton?
yeah, like I was like,
He went Carlton, but he's
see,
black.
Johan, you know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. Johan has no idea what you're saying. But you said he's black,
Yeah.
right? And you're white.
Yeah.
This is why he dressed like that. He's thinking like, oh, she probably thinks that like she probably likes the Carlton type blacks.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it certainly didn't match with the bar vibe that he picked.
Because you don't give, because I feel like certain white women give off
This the clip.
certain white
podcast
go.
gets shut down.
Woo! There's a certain type of white woman that dates black men.
Uh-huh.
And they exist on the spectrum. I feel that I can eyeball the type of woman that dates a type of black guy, because black men are not, we're not monolithic either. We vary also. And there's a type of woman who might be white and she might be preppy, but just off her disposition, you can tell that the type of black guy she likes is in the range of like athletes and rappers and those type of blacks. And there's another type of white woman who might look the exact same as the other one, but the type of black guy she likes is more of the Carlton variety, more of the sweater vest, more of the finance black. I don't know.
Yeah, that exists.
Yeah, you're a finance black.
Yeah.
Yeah, most that guy.
I'm a hybrid.
That weird, because you DJ too.
Tattoos messes
Oh
people
yeah,
up.
and then the tattoos. Yeah, you are very hybrid.
It throws them off.
You are very hybrid when it
Yeah.
comes to that.
Yeah.
So what are you
But
thinking?
I think he read you for a white who likes the Carlton blacks.
I feel like I'm backed into a corner. I'm not. I don't know what I was expecting.
Well, obviously not that. I mean, you're not backed into a corner. It's obvious you don't like the Carlton black.
I just wanted him to show up in a bomber jacket and jeans
Yeah.
and call it a day.
the rapper.
want him to
you
be-
want him to be a rapper
No, not a. Oh my God,
and
no.
chains. Would you like him to have chains and a grill?
No, wait, well, I don't give a fuck. Like, I honestly don't care. It was just, he was taking it so dead ass. And like, I could tell he really had like,
That's what
See, if you say a sentence like so that ass, I feel like that tells me what to wear for the date.
Yeah.
I think he didn't read you well
mean,
enough.
yeah, like,
that's
what-
the red flag, that he
that's
didn't
the-
read you well
And
enough.
what kind of conversations did y'all have?
Yeah.
well, that's what I was going to say. I give him major points because he like really was like asking me a lot of questions and not just like about work. Like he was trying to vary like, who are your friends in the
No,
city?
I
What
mean,
your
like,
best concert?
At the soup kitchen though, like when like your interactions, because you gotta like you should be able to tell somebody's flavor when you have
yeah.
it.
Well,
like,
that
when
was
you
my
work-
thing is it was
Yeah.
so sexual at the soup kitchen. And then when we got to the
that's
date, he was very like, this is a date. And I was like, this to me is drinks and whatever happens after
Yeah.
happens.
He has WWTSD,
What would?
white woman traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah. Did he ask you how many black guys you've ever been with?
No.
No, because I asked that.
Are you about to?
No.
I asked that immediately.
If
But
you call-
I don't ask how many. I just be like, am I not your first? I don't want to be no one's first.
You don't.
No.
You want to have some experience.
No, I
already.
want you to have experience.
Okay, because you're not trying to teach.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, if he's coming like straight laced, something's happened in his past.
I think he was just a little bit nervous. I would give him another shot. Like,
I was gonna
I
say.
wouldn't.
What?
I was gonna
They were
say,
just,
you
he
started-
wasn't, you got it
He
like.
wasn't himself.
Yeah, he wasn't himself. And
And
I
that
was
threw
just
you
like, this
off.
just, we've worked together for a million
Like,
times.
I
Like, this
know
doesn't
you.
need to be dead
Yeah,
ass. Let's just have a
yeah.
beer and see what happens.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
Yeah. So he was nervous. I'll take it as a compliment to me. I'm like, clearly he took it seriously, way better than a guy who doesn't give a fuck.
That's
but
a fact.
Yeah, I don't know.
But guys who don't give a fuck are just cooler.
Yeah, but I'm getting over that. Where I'm like, I don't want to show up and have you not ask me a single question. That's super unattractive to me at this point.
But then it's also like not just not giving a fuck, but like just be comfortable who you are. Like just be consistent. Like, hey, this is me all the time. I'm not showing up as Poindexter. You know me. I worked with you in the soup kitchen. Like,
Dead ass.
what's
like,
up? Like, yeah, I know.
You can't lie about your job. I know
like,
where
all
you
right,
work.
What if you would have
Exactly.
shown up how APM is dressed right now? Is this okay?
Nah, we be planning a baby shower.
I wouldn't have even been mad about.
This is good. I mean,
If you would have
it's-
dressed up the pants, then
Are
yes,
those sweatpants?
I would have.
They're not sweatpants.
These ain't sweats.
They're not sweatpants.
They're just, these are luxury. You know, how you doing?
I think the pants could be classed up a bit for a first
for
date.
a drink date?
You see
But what
it.
about the jacket? That's a good jacket.
I got
Then
the
yeah, no,
trench.
If you got the
know.
trench coat jacket with that,
top
that's a
hat,
good fit.
sneakers, fabulous. I'm
What about
interested.
And I-
what if you
I
would have
got-
showed up in a fur?
I love a fucking fur. I almost wore a fur tonight.
Don't let Peter hear this.
I know. It's a
Don't come
full,
throw
full
tomato
fur.
sauce on us.
Yeah, I just got my hands done. Nah,
You got a hand job?
hands done.
Oh,
Well, I guess it's a hand job.
I thought you got a
I don't know
filler.
why I can't say manicure. What's wrong with me?
Because it's gay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that are you gonna be like, if you go on another day, are you gonna tell them what to wear?
Or you gonna tell them to relax. But if you have to tell them what to wear, then you're not gonna even want to.
No, I'm not telling a grown man what to wear.
Exactly.
Not when he's not my boyfriend.
What type of drink? What drink did you order, and what did he order?
What did I get? I got a spicy margarita to start, and then I got a martini, and it was fine. And then I got a beer. We had three drinks. Yeah.
Nice.
I've been
What
on a
did he get?
date. What?
What did you get?
He also got a spicy margarita to start. What? Is that bad?
Well, what's the next one?
He got some sort of whiskey. Like, I don't know if it was an old fashioned or Manhattan. It was some sort of whiskey drink.
Mixing? No, I don't know.
Well, you know, the margarita is an interesting thing because ordering a margarita straight up, if you're not at a Mexican establishment, can seem a little feminine.
Really?
But when you put spicy on it, which spicy is normally equated to femininity, but putting spicy on a margarita in a way makes it more masculine.
It's taken on a life of its own.
Yeah.
It neutralizes it?
Yeah, a spicy margarita is more manly than a normal margarita. But when you tell a man that he's being spicy, you're saying that he's being feminine. That's interesting.
You might be onto something
Yeah,
there.
I got a point.
I mean, we help people get their masters.
Yeah. And then the old fashioned, that's my go-to drink.
Yeah, that to me, if a guy orders a whiskey drink, that's very handsome to me.
Yeah, of course.
But you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that for sure. I order. I'll go old fashioned if I'm drinking alcohol, or a wine, which I think you can't go wrong with wine.
I'm a big wine girl. That's
Yeah.
to me like we're on an amazing start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do this on a date. I'll do this move. I'll order a bottle
Of what?
And now I'm interested.
of wine. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, women.
Right
That's
on-
definitely
right
put
on
your
the
dick on the
table?
table. Yeah,
Right on the table.
Women.
wow.
You can tell some women are. They're like, I might marry this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody purchase a bottle of alcohol in front of me ever. And
Again, I want to date with the guy from the soup kitchen. I need to start dating up money wise, I guess.
But he's volunteer. That's not his job, right?
No, it's his job.
That's his
That's
job.
his only job.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was volunteering at the soup kitchen.
No, he's.
But he has a good heart. He's like a good.
He's a
like
good person. He's a good human.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give him a second
Took you
shot.
serious.
So what
Whatever.
if he wears the same thing? It's kind of like how APM's saying he's not putting up a front. That's just him, you know?
I always give a second chance unless you really blow it. If he wears the same thing and it's like this like robotic, it's Kurt.
Did it
for
look
me.
good though?
What?
Did it look good?
He has a great body, so the clothes fit him well. It was just like corny. Like I don't know how else to put it.
And that's one thing women can't stand is corny. Like I've learned that through my experiences. I would never say I was corny, but you know when you're like first getting out there as an adult and you're trying to figure yourself out, it's just like, oh, you're gonna try to do this and try to do that, and then like you learn from your friends and you learn from dating like that was corny. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's
Nothing's
peel this
worse.
back.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let's peel this back and we got to go back to the drawing board. Like figure out yourself.
Just be normal.
Yeah.
Nothing was worse than a corny woman. That's tough.
Woo,
What does that look like on a date
They
for
think
you?
women think that they don't be. Some women believe. Look, if you want to talk about gender equality, then everything has to be equal. And if you're talking about gender equality and men can be corny, which they can,
a lot,
be some of the corniest.
Yeah.
So can you. So can your gender. They're very corny. I've been out with women. I'm like, yo, you're just like a corny person.
Yep.
Like,
Define that on a date.
On a date,
Like, what is corny female date behavior?
I mean, I've said this before. Number one, corny female date behavior, like roasting or trying to neg. Like corny. You're like immediately you're like a cornball because 9 out of 10 times, and that's not to say you can't neg or whatever, but it has to be good, and you're not good at it.
You're not good at
so you're putting yourself you're behind the 8 ball right out the gate.
That's like going to Dave and Buster's with Michael Jordan. Like, what do you expect? Like, she's supposed to be like she can't. She's trying to shoot up, bro.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
If you go to Dave and Buster's with Michael Jordan, we could go bowling. We could play on the bowling thing.
Okay.
You don't have to be like, yo, let's go play basketball.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to put yourself into that corner.
Yeah.
But I understand because a lot of them, that is their move. The negging is their, like, they do go and they're like, let's play basketball. But I'm like, why we need to, like, if you're going to neg me, make it good. Like, make it something that's really good. Because then I'm going to be really impressed.
Yeah.
But if it's not good, I'm going to think you're corny. I'm going to think you're corny. Because I'm like, I'm not negging you. Like, we could just chill. Like, I mean, you negging me, you out on a date with me.
Yeah.
So it's like if Carmen would have roasted dude for his sweater.
Yeah, I didn't say a damn word.
If you open up with it, it depends how you roast it. Like, you could roast, but it has to be clever.
No.
You can't just be like, you know, like, all right, I'll give you an example of a clever way of roasting, like this, like the guy, right? Let's say if he walk in and you're like, stupid ass sweater, like, I'm like, all right, you're corny. This is cheesy. Like, you didn't even think about it. But let's say you ordering a drink. Let's say the bartender's asking you like, what do you want to drink? And you say something like, I want to drink something like fancy. And the bartender's like, fancy like how? And you're like, something like his sweater, like something that would match his sweater. I would be like, that's funny.
Yeah.
They roasted my sweater. That's clever. I would think, all right, this girl has a clever way of thinking. And there are a lot of women who are clever like that. And those are the ones that'll get you to drop your drawers
right then and there.
10 seconds quicker than you would for the cornier one.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to call him a substitute teacher.
That's what I was going to say.
I didn't say a word because I could tell
But
he was.
you don't
nervous.
open with that.
I would never. I would never.
A lot of them open. You gotta finesse your way into it where they don't see it coming.
Yeah.
If it's something like where they see it coming is like expected. Like, you gotta be something like So, you know, like if you're talking about his job, you're like, oh, aren't you substitute on the side, right? And she's like, why would you think that? Oh, I don't know. It's the sweater.
Just the sweater you're wearing. Yeah, that's great.
That's funny.
How was class, professor?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But some women have the joke, but they're just not clever enough. And I know men literally not mastered. They're the masters of being corny with the negging.
Legit.
There's nobody worse than them.
Nobody.
But I'm just saying, ladies, don't be trying to be like these guys. Because you're going to be corny also.
Yeah. What was I going to ask? Sweater. Was this his first date in a while? Like, had he? Like,
I don't know. I didn't get that.
Knocking off the rust?
I didn't ask. I never really care about that on a first date. I'm like,
That's the thing too.
Yeah,
like,
I never asked that either.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying because that leads to the corniness. If we ain't been outside for a minute,
to me, it was giving it. Might have been a first date in a couple of months, in a while.
It's like, oh, let me knock these dust off.
Yeah. Again,
Maybe he just really likes you.
Oh,
I find that hard to believe.
I have a question.
What?
That brings up a good point though. How do you handle when they're way more into you than you are? Like, you're just looking for something cash and they're coming on strong. Like, does that lead to the corniness? Does that add to the corniness?
To me, men don't come on. I think women. Well, I'm painting with a broad brush, but I think
that's what we do here.
Duh.
We shouldn't change
but I think,
the name of the podcast to the Painting with a Broad Brush podcast.
And that's a t-shirt.
Yeah. I think you by this age you have a pretty good BS barometer for somebody messaging like, I've been thinking about you. I'm like, no, you fucking haven't. It's Friday night and you're wondering what I'm doing this weekend.
No, but come on. We can't put out that negativity.
Did he give you that? Did he say that?
No, I'm thinking about like other times.
But we can't put out that negative. So maybe he was thinking about you.
The name of his special is Romantic Comedy.
Maybe he was thinking about you. What about that? What if he was?
Well, then we hooked up and he ghosted me. So I'm like,
Or
right.
you showing like weeks later, like he'll be like, I've been thinking about you like on a Friday.
Yeah, with no communication.
You talking about like you like space has gone by. Now he's trying to get back into like the chat.
Yeah, like I don't need you to be emotional when it's not
But
emotional.
that's not coming on too strong though. That's the opposite.
Yeah.
I don't think I could come on too super strong. I obviously have a big personality. So like normally that's not my issue. And if somebody's like asking me out repeatedly and I don't want to, I'm just super like, hey man,
This
3
ain't
sentences, not interested in a conversation about it. It's like
sentences
firing
is a lot.
somebody. It's like firing somebody. It's just like we don't need to go into the details of why not. It's not happening. Best of luck.
So what's the best way to hit somebody back up after not talking to them for a long time?
A while.
Yeah, like I'm like going back to Arizona, and I was thinking about like hitting somebody back up that I haven't talked to in a minute.
Are you connected with them on social media or not?
No, see, that's the funny thing. Like we hooked up, and then like she just like we never connected on social media. We just have each other's numbers.
That's tough. I think that you're
I feel
Hail
like we
Mary.
know.
I think you text her and say, I think you just go straight forward. Like I'd be attracted if a guy from a hometown hookup like is just like, hey, I'm gonna be back in town these dates. Are you around? Would love to get a drink. You go
But-
straight forward. There's no need to
right.
bullshit because you don't know her like that.
Wrong again.
What are you
What?
doing?
Plenty of reasons to bullshit. I wanted to
Why?
allow her to explain because I wanted you to get the woman's perspective, and I want to tell you the right thing to do.
What?
Here's what you do. I like to call this pre-ordering. This is what you do. You pre-order before you get. When are you going? You're going at the end of December, right?
No, mid-December.
Holidays.
December what?
17th.
December 17th. What you do is text her right now.
Right.
Text her today. Hey, been thinking about you.
No,
Hold on. She's gonna think you're in town. She's gonna think he's hitting me up because he's in town. I'm not even in town. I'm only hitting you up because I've been thinking about you. Then you start bringing up the holidays. What are you gonna be doing for the holidays? You be like, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I may have to work in New York. I may have to stay back, but I would really like to go see my family, but I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. She might hit you with the, if you in town, hit me up. Now you got nothing, now it's done. You good. And then, or she might hit you up, she might hit you with the, oh, okay, like, and not say anything of it. As the time goes closer, you hit her up with like, hey, I decided I'm gonna be in town. We should hang out. But it's not new to her because you already spoke this information and now she thinks that you've been on her mind. Because as soon as you found out that you were actually going, you hit her back up.
that's good.
Thank you.
You ever preheat the oven?
Of course. You
That's
have to. You don't just throw
preheating.
lasagna in
you
there.
You don't. You have to put it to 450
Right.
before you put it in there. There you go.
That's
Yeah.
pre-ordering.
Yeah. Pre-order, preheat.
That's a
you
t-shirt.
pre-in.
That's pre-ordering's good.
I pre-ordered
There you go.
for the holiday.
I'm texting my friends that right now.
Pre-order
That's
that
good.
thing. What are you from the 90s? No social media, just numbers?
No, I mean, so this is I don't know. So it was
Yeah,
the
pre-order
girl.
that thing.
It was the girl that I
Episode
hooked up with at my. It was the girl that I hooked up with at my friend's
The wedding?
wedding. Yeah. So like that
So classy.
that day or that time that we hooked up, I think like every other time we hung out, we've hooked up. So I feel like it's already kind of like
You're
established
dating.
kind of
You're in a
thing.
relationship.
Nah.
You don't even know it.
Pre-order for that would be good.
Yeah.
You got to pre-order, man. Don't make. Because here's the thing: everybody is a hoe and a whore and a slut, men and women. We're all
That's a
that.
t-shirt.
But nobody wants to feel like you're that. So it's your job to don't make them feel like they're that, because no one wants to feel like you're that, even though that's what they are.
Yeah.
And you are
We
too
all
clearly.
are. We all are.
You're
Yeah.
planning vagina 3 weeks ahead.
In
I mean, you're
advance.
not a good person by any means, but just make people feel like respectable, and they'll be as slutty and freaky as you want them to be.
Yeah, and a hometown hookup for the holidays is like to
nice.
me a slam dunk.
That's nice.
It's like, what else are we gonna do? The
That's
same
nice.
old, same old.
Oh yeah, maybe you'll fall in love, and you can make a corny holiday movie about it.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
what every holiday movie is about.
It
It
is.
literally is.
And that sounds like a rom-com title.
Yeah.
Hometown hookup for the holidays. Like on Tubi. We can
Well,
shoot a
all
movie.
the movies this Christmas are like slutty. Like it's all like slutty man movies, like for the holidays. Like on Netflix, like all of the movies were like. I watched one where like she went home and then she turned her bar into like a Chippendales.
What?
Yeah, and like the dude from One Tree Hill, he's like the lead guy.
Oh, what's his name?
Chad
from
Michael
One Tree Hill.
Murray.
Yeah, he was like the lead guy, and they're like dancing shirtless at it, and I'm like, how is this Christmas? Like, he's like, he got a Santa hat and like a male thong, and they're like Christmas. I'm like,
There's nothing Christmas.
this is not the holiday. Yeah, they're just selling male sex for the holidays now. That's what's in. I saw an article about it too, where they pointed it out, because I thought it when I watched it, and then they was like, there's like 5 movies out right now where it's just like male sluttiness, and they're like painting it as like holidays.
It's a bunch of horny women, right?
Yeah, it's the 50 Shades effect. Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Hey.
We still got a couple more episodes to do before the New Year's. I know we had some topics, but we'll get to those on the next episode. Thank you guys for listening.
The show's this weekend. You taping?
What show?
Your show.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming out Sunday, the December 15th, right?
Yeah.
So next Saturday, I'm taping my special. If you haven't got tickets, there's still, I don't know if there will be when this comes out, but the 6 p.m. has a couple of them left. 8 p.m. is fully sold out. I think they just got a couple standing room. So get the tickets. And thank you guys for listening. Adulthood Podcast. Give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up. Send us more voicemails. We really enjoy answering you guys' questions. And the people who have sent them, you guys have got some really good questions. So send us that, and we'll get to it. We had a couple things, but we'll answer them on the next episode. Thank you guys for listening to Adulthood Pod.
Shout out.
Later.